I'm always interested in your relationship to your best friend. What was her name? Sonia?
Sony, yeah.
And the fear, because such a big part of your message is how fear and cancer just go hand in hand, don't they?
Yes, they do. And I was petrified of getting cancer. So I was obsessive about not getting cancer, especially when I saw her with cancer. I was so scared that I would get it. But I was such a people pleaser. I was such a people pleaser that I would say I was a doormat. And when my friend Sony had cancer, I could not say no to her for anything. So even if I went out without her, I felt guilty. I just felt really awful that she was there sick, dealing with cancer, and I was healthy, and I was going out, and I was doing my own thing. So literally, I sacrificed my life just to be with her. When I was diagnosed with cancer, there was a part of me that felt, now I don't have to deal with her. I can take care of myself. And I've never really admitted that publicly. I think partly because I've not wanted to hurt her family and people.
We become what we think about.
Yes.
And this is a very big part of the whole lesson of all of it. Our thoughts create our reality. We can pick the thoughts that we have. So if your thoughts are on what you don't want, wouldn't that mean that you're going to attract what you don't want because that's what your thoughts are on?
Yes, but I always say there's one other element, is that it's also our emotions. It's how much we love ourselves as well. And I feel that when we love ourselves, when we value ourselves and we feel worthy and deserving of good things, we don't even have to watch our thoughts that much. We expect good things. It just feels good. But when we don't love ourselves, then we start to feel fear. And when we feel fear, then our thoughts are fearful, and then we attract the fearful things.
Yeah. Fear shows up in ways other than just cancer. Maybe we can talk about that for a minute. All the little ways that fear shows up in our life, and I'd like you to address this as well. Like, do you drive the speed limit because it's the safe thing to do, and you want to be law-abiding and keep everybody safe, including yourself? Or do you drive the speed limit because you are afraid that if you don't, you're going to get a ticket? Which one is it? And it's the second one for almost everybody. Now, we don't think much about that, but that's fear. That's just a tiny little bit of fear that magnifies in so many of the things that we do all the time. I'm afraid that if I don't, I won't get in your case, it was you were a people pleaser. You were always afraid that you were going to displease your father, your mother, and and what's wrong with an arranged marriage anyway? What's the big deal? It's like but think about it. In so many of the things that we do, that we're always just looking over our shoulder, thinking that something bad is going to happen to us if we don't do it that way. That's almost like a cumulative, collective kind of inner agitation in all the cells of our body, because we know that every thought that we have has an impact on our bodies. What is an ulcer? It's the chemical reaction to a thought, and it grows because we think worrisome kinds of fearful thoughts.
Yeah, in fact, we're brought up on fear. I was brought up to believe that if I didn't behave a certain way because of my culture, my gender, and so on, then I wouldn't attract a good husband, and so on. And so everything, like even at school, you have to compete and get ahead of everyone, otherwise you fear that you don't get good grades, you don't get into good college. And so when I tell people that we have to choose from the place of love, choose because you want to do this, choose your career because it's what you want to do, because you can fail even at something that you chose out of fear, something that you chose to be safe. People who choose the safest job can still be made redundant, so you might as well risk and do the thing that you love to do. Anyway, when I tell people that, I do get people saying to me, But fear keeps you safe. And I say, no, fear immobilizes you. Love keeps you safe. Because when you love yourself, you value your life. You value what you do, and you take better care of yourself.